Hey, today's another in the vlog series of you're coming along with me on some of the work I do here in Alaska. Today we're shooting photo and video clips for a helicopter company and somebody who takes people out to go ice climbing and exploring places like this. So one thing I like to do is get foreground objects, and so that's what we're doing with this ice ridge here. Get a nice foreground object there, just because it gives so much more depth. And then if you don't, there we go. That's nice. The creek kind of gives some good leading lines. There's a massive waterfall going into the glacier behind me. But one thing I always like to do is get just stuff in the frame, dirty up the frame, so that it adds depth and character. It also just makes it more interesting. And then, ooh, that is deep. Look at that. Actually, that would be a fantastic leading line. I wish I could go down there deeper, but I don't trust myself without a little bit of help or better crampons. So. Got some great drone shots. Now it's time to go catch up and take a look at this giant waterfall into the Mullen over here, or Mulan, depending on how you say it. But yeah, this is hard to beat these sorts of days. This is spectacular.
You'll find different subterranean channels. They will eventually make its way to the bedrock, but often there's still water system and channel. The water system is actually going through the glacier. Exactly. Yeah. Pretty cool.
That is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Saw that way.
Doing a little climbing there.
running around on the glacier shockingly gets you pretty warm. And especially if you have a jacket like I've got, the Arc'teryx one here that blocks the wind completely, it gets super warm. So if you watched the last one where I was basically doing this, but I was out frozen, it was like 20 below zero, windy. It's a lot more fun when it's like this today. But I'm just gonna grab some drone shots of them out there real quick as they're walking alongside this pretty dang cool stream. These are risky, but they look so cool if they turn out right. This right here looks amazing. All right, I'm bringing home. All right, time to put some stuff away and get some shots of me walking because, you know, epic. So one thing I always like to do is get some good photos with some good lens compression behind the people, just to showcase the scale. So that's what I love, the 24 to 105 focal length, and even at f4 you can still get just enough compression. It doesn't blur everything out, but I don't want that. I want people to see these massive ice falls behind us and get the idea of how massive this place is. So snapping some photos in a spot like that, where I'm like shooting about 50 millimeters, really helps to showcase how big this area is, how crazy some of this stuff is. Gosh, there is such an incredible blue pool up here. I got some great drone shots of it, but I also want to get some really good still shots. It's incredible. Just unbelievable how beautiful it is. So one thing I asked him to do was stop, so I get a picture from this angle with the blue pool and then kind of standing on that point of ice, because it's just such an epic view. And so yeah, got a hero shot right there. It's pretty dang sweet. Look at that, look at that, look at that. It's so cool. The deeper those pools get, the bluer they get and the more vibrant they get, and that thing is really deep and really vibrant. But before we go, we're gonna get a photo of me standing on top of this thing with the blue pool in the foreground, because with the drone it's easy and I gotta get it. It's so cool. All right, epic shots achieved. I mean, come on, how epic were those shots? Now I gotta run to catch up with those guys and get back to the helicopter so we can go to the next spot that we're going. This really is a beautiful day out here. Okay, I gotta stop talking and concentrate on walking so I don't fall on things like this, because that water is not warm. So, see you at the helicopter.